What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And of course, this week, the New York Giants will be taking on the New England Patriots in just 4 short days on Thursday Night Football, a game in which we need to try to find a way to win. It's not going to be easy. This is the best team in football, and of course, with the Patriots comes Bill Bellicheck, and Bill Bellicheck was asked about the New York Giants today, and of course, like he always does, he said some very nice things about his time that he spent with the organization. Of course, he came up under Bill Parcells and then went on to be probably, in my opinion, the greatest head coach in the history of football. And you can make an argument, the greatest head coach in the history of sports. So when Bill Belichick says something, you listen. Now, he doesn't usually go out of his way to give you these unbelievable answers, right? He's known to be a one-word type guy, much like a Greg Popovich, who's another phenomenal coach there for the San Antonio Spurs. But he's kind of, close to the vest. But, he spoke about his time with the New York Giants and how much he loved it. But one thing about Bill Belichick, he knows how to eye talent at the quarterback position. I think we could all agree on that. This is the same guy, obviously, who went out with Tom Brady. Tom Brady's now arguably the greatest quarterback who ever lived. He also drafted Jimmy Garoppolo late in the draft, and now Garoppolo, many people think he's a future superstar there for the 49ers. And he was a big proponent of keeping Garoppolo. He was pissed off when Kraft and Brady were behind trading him from the Patriots. It almost led to a divorce from the team. Also, obviously, Matt Castle, not that he was great off the Patriots, but he was able to get a lot out of him while he was at New England with that 11-5 season. And the same could be said for Jacoby Brissett, who we saw last night pull up an upset there against the Kansas City Chiefs and is off to a solid start there with the Indianapolis Colts. So when Bill Belichick sees something at the quarterback position, you tend to want to listen. And he spoke on Daniel Jones today, and I got the quotes here, and said some very encouraging things that he experienced throughout the draft process. Of course, the Patriots were in the potential market to draft a quarterback in this year's draft, being that Brady is getting up there in age. And let's take a look at what Belichick had to say. Of course, there's Bill, and here's the first quote. It's pretty long. He says, "We had a great visit." This, of course, talking about Daniel Jones. He spent most of the day here, spent a lot of the time with our offensive coaches, Josh McDaniels, Mick Lombardi, who was the assistant quarterbacks coach, guys that work with that position on the offensive side of the ball. We had a good visit, great conversation, kind of talked about a lot of things, very mature, certainly a good understanding of the Duke offense and Coach David Cutcliffe, and some of the things that they were doing there. Again, good grasp of the offensive system, protections, routes, route concepts, and why they're using different combinations in certain situations. And actually, I think I was kind of a change of plans at the end of the visit. I think he was supposed to go somewhere, but then he ended up going to the Giants from here. And so when I saw that, I could figure out there was something going on there. So there's Belichick speaking about Daniel Jones. And all he keeps emphasizing there in that long quote basically is very intelligent quarterback. Great at reading defenses, right? Knows how to break down a playbook. Knows how to, diagnose a defense. And that's basically what he's saying there. And in the NFL, that is arguably the most important skill set a quarterback can have, right? Even more so importantly than arm strength and ability to run the football. Look at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was a master at that. He was an artiste. He could break down a defense before he even went out there. So that is a huge skill, and I think we agree. Daniel Jones is pretty good at that. Very smart quarterback, and he was the most prepared quarterback in this year's draft. Not saying he's going to be the best, but he was the most prepared to be ready for the pros because of the system he played in, and he's very intelligent. And here's the next quote. "He's an impressive player and a very impressive person. We had a great visit," Belichick said to Jones. "Playing quarterback in New York is not the easiest thing in the world, but he's got a lot of maturity and a good head on his shoulders. Has good perspective on football and overall leadership and the position that comes with that role on and off the field. I'm sure he's done well and will continue to do well." Of course, Belichick, like I said, if anybody knows New York, it's Bill Belichick. He coached here under Bill Parcells. That's where he got his start. Before getting a head coaching job over there in Cleveland, eventually ending up on the New England Patriots, where he's had all of his success and, all his Super Bowl victories. But just the very encouraging things that he had to say about Daniel Jones, and it makes you think that he probably would have taken him had he had the opportunity to. We'll never know. But when Bill Belichick says good things about your quarterback, usually take that as a very good sign. We'll have to wait and see how Daniel Jones' career plays out. But so far, he's off to a pretty promising start. We'll see if he bounces back strongly Thursday night against the New England Patriots. It will not be easy. Rookie quarterbacks usually struggle mightily, against the brilliant mind of Bill Belichick. Obviously, he has a tremendous defensive mind, right? We all remember the stories about the Giants and, what he did in the Super Bowl and everything else. So, we'll see how it all plays out. I'm going to go into this game with the mindset of, anything Daniel Jones gives me in this game, it's a bonus. It's going to be a very tough matchup for him. This Patriots defense is the best in the league at this point, and Daniel Jones is going into it probably without Saquon Barkley. But we'll see how it all plays out. We'll see what Daniel Jones and the New York Giants are made out of. Just want to get a quick video up on the page on that. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe. Drop a comment. Maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.